How's your weekend? Everything going well? Oh yeah, that's good. I don't know. Still, there's something better about Saturdays and Sundays than Mondays. Being in the new detachments from over the weekend. The Death Watch is really, really interesting. So, Indri, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining the channel. Yeah, but that's not what it's going to be. Blood Angels, like Lamenters or something. Called Bad Moon Yellow Contrast. I got like a metallic gold thing that goes over it. Cause I tested some red ones and I didn't like them. It's like ball red. So I had Bad Moon Yellow from some testing out some orcs I was going to do. And I liked a different yellow better. I have a different guy that I've inked. I don't have him to show you, but the Custodes sound broken. See, I don't think so. I think the opposite. I think the Death Watch is kind of broken. Take a 10-man Terminator squad where all the storm bolters and all the missile racks with the blast missiles have anti-infantry 2+. That's just wild. Yeah, they get an armor save, but goodness gracious. I want to hear what you have to say about the Stodies being broken. Them Stodies. Because I do not. The dreads don't have much attack power in shooting or in combat. 5 or 6 attacks or something like that. Only one of them is barely more durable. Seems to me they're going to run up there just to die. And you're trading so much other stuff off. And if you give to that one, it's -1 to wound, or the big one, it's -1 damage. That's only one model, you know? You know, I played that greater unclean one. That's toughness 12 with 12 wounds. Or 20 wounds and 4+ fatal pain. He still dies. Thing has less toughness and less wounds. Less of a fatal pain than the. And I'd rather have. You don't have both of them in that list. You basically make a fire base. Maybe they still had crits on 5s. Not to mention, to get the most benefit out of it, you're gonna have some really expensive models. Across, like it's the Forge World detachment. Forge World detachment. Only 5 people who even play that to its maximum effectiveness. I had a friend of mine run into Dark Eldar today with 17 or with 17 Dark Lances. So, like, it's a fun army list. It's not going to do anything to 17 Dark Lances. Like, it's not even a game. You're putting those dreads out there, picking them up. Yeah, you're right. Well, they probably are undercosted for what they're capable of. It was insane. But I lost all my games. Couldn't kill anything. Saved my life. All the models that I shot at or run into basically did die. Ended up with 1 wound. And in the clapback, I didn't have enough models to do enough damage. Like I was in people's lines turn 1. But in Oklahoma, in Kansas, and around that area, they have the Lord Marshal's Conference. It was Custodes. It was 2 Blade Champs, a Valerian, 3 Wardens, 1 Prosecutors, 2 Witch Seekers, 2 Caladius Grav Tanks, Kyria Draxus, and a squad of Custodian Guard. And the list was really good. And I was doing Talons of the Emperor detachment for the reactive move. But I'm not a good enough player. I should have played Shield Host. I'd have had a lot more fun of a time. And I probably would have been way more effective. Played Blood Angels first round, and I can't. The Wardens aren't durable enough to withstand multi-charging from Blade Guard vets and Death Company. Well, nothing is really. But I was either going to have to stay off of objectives and not score primary, or try and go for the objectives and get charged by something. And that's what the Wardens are for, is to have the durability to do that. With Blood Angels, that's not the case. The next game was against Orcs. And I did really well, but like I said, I couldn't kill anything. On War Rig, I got down to 1 wound. I killed a truck pretty easy, but it's a truck. Who cares? I killed the Death Coptas wouldn't die, so they were just picking up Space Marines, picking up Custodes. In the wall turn, the Custodian Guard, they got all the way back there. I couldn't do anything. I have to look at my secondaries. I don't think they're very good. Or should have done assassination. In the third turn, on my turn where I was supposed to score my points for being on all of the objectives, I got Shadows in the Warped and everything was battle shot. on like scored high enough, not high enough that it mattered. I should have run over and killed more stuff. Especially when you over. And that was another thing too, where stuff just wouldn't die. Or you run into a big monster when you feel no pain and couldn't kill it. If I had had field host, I was critting on 5s instead. Well, I mean, I can 3D print all these models, and you know, I was painting these before, you know, because I mean, I guess I'm an addict. You know, I can read data sheets and see what's really good. Anybody can really, but given access to these models real easy. You know, I've got 15 jump pack guides here and a character, and that's $4, $6, $8, $8 cost me, and a couple days on a 3D printer. I just it's too not a complaint, it's too easy to make, and I have too much fun painting and deciding on color schemes and discovering all this painting stuff that, you know, I drive so much joy out of printing the models, putting them together, no fingers covered in super glues and all that is. Getting everything based up. You know, most people, all my friends, I tell them like, hey, you need to base your models. They don't even do that. You know, it's so simple and I don't understand. Yeah. I don't know. See, my friend, he runs a Azure with Hell Blasters. That takes care of any monster. Because he can spin a command point and shoot back with those Hell Blasters. I don't know about that greater unclean one, but that's one guy. Just ignore that great. For the most. Astro Granite. Oh, yeah. Technical. Gosh, should I just be using that instead of what I do? It looks way simpler. I just glue sand to it. Oh, that would go really fast and cost a lot. I'm just Homer's glue. That exists. Salesman enters. Now, simpler is better when it comes to basing for when you got a ton of models. For I don't have the time or the patience to do something. I've done that before, and then they changed the base size on the models. Not that they're going to do it again. I have over 100 Space Marine custom bases. Took years to get together. That I paid to have painted really. Like, yeah. Doing that again. Mine are here handy. Well, primered and then Hessian gray base coat or something like that. And like a leather white dry brushed. Connor John 06373. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Welcome on this fine Monday. I did look up Tulsa tournaments. I think they're done for the year. Maybe there's one more, but it's like this weekend. See what happens next year. I know they did GT up there, so. A friend took World Eaters, not using my models. And there's so few people that play in Oklahoma. You know, there's enough. But he's the #1 World Eaters player in Oklahoma for that league. And I'm the #1 custodies. I haven't won many games. So few people play custodies. Oh, I'm gonna put it on air some. Had my door knocked on 3. Legitimate, but take this light off. Webcam with a light on it. Watch this out. It's yellow to me, like mustard. I downloaded. I really like Indiana Jones. Put out a new video game, and I saw. I was supposed to. I thought I was going to play it all day yesterday, and oh, it didn't come out till 6 p.m. I had to watch my kid most of the day. So I didn't get to play it until 11 p.m., 10:30, 10 o'clock. That. So the first thing that pops up, it's like, oh yeah, game is best enjoyed with a controller. You know what? I'm a PC gamer. I don't care about controllers. I'm never going to care about controllers. I have one, but I'm not going to charge it and hook it up. Then I play the game for a little bit, and I notice I'm getting motion sick. Happened with one other game. Be mad, you know, because it's looking like on the GTA 6, which GTA is one of my favorite games. I'm gonna have to go buy a console, so I can't play with the controller. I have to play with the controller. It's gonna be, if they do like Red Dead, it's gonna be 10 years before it comes in the PC. And then is it? Yeah, I did turn off motion blur. It was still doing it. Or maybe it was. Maybe it was. I was already feeling it, so I had to turn it off. But I turned it off at the end. Like, man, I'm starting to feel sick, so I turned off that motion blur. Oh.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
Awful motion blur.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I didn't get very far in that. I'm on some fucking CAD picture. I think it bugged out. Very good. Oh yeah, so that's another thing I was going to mention. The Death Watch detachment. It's not just a detachment, it's a whole new index. So that index has a bunch of new units in it. They got a deal called Talon Strike. When they land, the guns get like +2 strength. If you're able to make a 9-inch charge, get the lance ability. Maybe it's not that. Yeah, the guns get +2 strength. The unit is made up of half, a sergeant, 4 jump pack intercessors, and basically 5 inceptors. So, of course, the inceptors are just the same. They can take the bolters, or they can take the plasma terminatus gun. And so with the army rule, you face elite in those exterminatus. If they overcharge and you do a hazardous, you can roll that into the regular intercessor, have them killed. So you get to keep your very expensive scepters. Unit is like 270 or 290. Can deep strike and rapid ingress and all the things, but you're going to want to shoot them when they deep strike, so not really going to rapid ingress. You got uppy downy from a strat. And then, of course, if you're going to spend a command point before, you could up their range 6 inches. You can give them ignores cover or anti-infantry 2+. I think on the ignores cover one of them, the extra range is an extra AP somewhere in there too. But depending on what you're facing, you run into like an elite infantry blob, overcharge all those plasma guns. It's 10 shots that are twin linked, but are anti-infantry 2+, 3 damage. Maybe it's an extra AP. They get some extra AP somewhere. So they're like AP4 or something like that. It doesn't matter about armor contempt. It doesn't matter about cover. They're taking a crazy amount of plasma shots that are 3 damage. List I put together has 2 of those units. I don't know if I do plasma inceptors. I almost want to do the bolters in the other one, because they're like sustained 2 with 2 damage, rank 5 AP. So they're, you get an oath, go that into an oath target. Goodness gracious, just craziness. Craziness. And then big giant Terminator squad, 10 Terminators with the missile racks, Cyclone missile launchers. Each of them having 4 bolter shots, and the Cyclone missile launcher having 6 basically bolter frag missiles, potentially bolter shots. I have a friend who does that in Dark Angels. And he kills anything in the game with giving them lethals. Do they die to hazardous or die to other stuff killing them? You got some ablative wounds. And the stuff in this in the whole index is so threatening with their shooting. The Indomitor squad is either all heavy intercessors, or you can add 3 aggressors and 3 eradicators. I think where that's going to shine is you can either walk up or drop in that. Yeah, I mean, that's fun. It's Space Marines. You can die kind of. But the Indomitor squad can drop in with the uppy downy strat. Spin the command point to give him an extra 6 inches of range. Now the stuff that was out of melter range is in melter range. And so you have 2 melter rifles and a multi-melta. That is all of a sudden going to do some real damage. Or the 2+ against infantry with all the shots from the aggressors. But I mean, it's just like one thing after another with this unit. Heavy intercessors have a Death Watch bolt gun that's like 30 inches of range, AP2 2 damage, 3 shots, or maybe 2 shots. But then 2 of the heavy intercessors can take a 3 or 4 shot heavy bolter, AP2 3 damage, built-in sustains and lethal. And the coup de grace for this unit is you add the Gravis captain in, so they get a free strat. You put the relic on there that gives them an extra damage, attack, and AP or something like that. And so he's got a power fist that does 4 damage, and a relic sword that does 4 damage. Hit on a model that halves the damage. So there's better smash captains out there, like with Blood Angels. But that guy can just really put a hurt on some stuff. Those are the standout units to me. And I read somebody had a point today on something I was reading, is that the Watchmaster has a different rule than the Captain strat, free strat thing. If you have a Watchmaster and a Captain, they can visit both of those free strats battle round. I think that's really, really awesome. Love seeing it. I don't know. Death Watch, one of those things where, unless they have good Overwatch, Death Watch is showing up and deleting whole unit. Can't like double up on plus 3 and 5 up monster. I don't even want to take it for the 5 up monster part. Yeah, I made a list that has, it's like a chaplain that goes with the Terminators. What is it? You know, I mean, there's arguments for all these different things. You could take librarian and use the army rule to get lethals, and the librarian to give sustains. You're getting like you're double dipping on the bonuses, right? For that big giant Terminator squad. Because lethals and sustains on something that wins infantry on 2+, or has a longer range, so you get more benefit out of that rapid fire. You know, you have a relic that can do double Oath of Moment. So I gave that to the chaplain. Put him in there. So the Terminators can land, and those Talon Strikes or one of the other squads, once per game, be super effective. And I even want to take a list with 20 Terminators. Because you spend one command point, you know, maybe put a captain in there instead of it. The captain, Terminator captain, I have a hard time wanting to run in there because his only benefit is like whatever his profile is for shooting in close combat and the free strat. Because his other abilities reroll charges, and those Terminators have reroll charges built in. So I put the chaplain in there, so just feels like well, for one, he was like 75 points instead of 90. And that +1 to wound on the charge is really fun. And plus, the Terminator chaplain gives a 4-up feel no pain against mortals, which is awesome. Because, you know, tank shocks, grenades, stupid Gene Stealer cult models, all of a sudden you're rendering them basically ineffective. Against a 10-man Terminator brick, or toughness 5 with 3 wounds, and yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, they have reroll charges built. So and it could be that you know, spin the strat for longer range, because a friend of mine runs them already in the Dark Angels, and he gets a somehow a crits on 5 stratagem. I don't know enough about Dark Angels, but really effective. Doesn't matter what your save is. You're having to roll huge amounts of whatever your save is. It's effective. Kenneal, these are Blood Angels, like Lamenters or something. Thanks for joining on Instagram there. I don't know. So the biggest weaknesses to the Death Watch list is it's real super seat man point hungry. You need an insane amount of man points. But I feel like you're missing out if you don't take a watch. The Watchmaster can only go with the Kill Team veterans. mean, he's cool and all, and those guys are good in their own right. But they're either 100 points for 5 or 200 points for 10, and they have a fraction of the output of the other kill teams. Fraction. So, I mean, a free strat on them. You know, I need to look. They have just this massive diversity of weapons. A frag launcher and this cool 2-weapon heavy bolter thing, and thunder hammers. But they have just regular bolters or something. And there's no Deathwatch dreadnoughts. Other people are saying online on the Terminators, I can take them in 10 or 5 mans. They're like, oh yeah, 5-man Terminator squads. Then or, you know, if you're rerolling charges, that's fine. But Power Fist attacks have been okay. And then, but if you can get 10 guys that wound infantry on 2+, you know. And then today, the Chaos Knights. Yeah, I agree. Sad that they took combi melters away. Combi plasmas. Sad about that. Thought I was too, but still. Yeah, I saw other people lamenting that. It's like, I got all this Deathwatch stuff. I got to remodel and retool the whole thing. I've never had any Deathwatch stuff. Print the whole thing. Jeez. Yeah. Now the Thunderhammers, I think, have 3 damage. So those guys, and another thing about Deathwatch, you know, so much stuff. Like World Eaters get sustained hits, but it's only in close combat. The Deathwatch stuff has Sustains or lethal or precision in shooting and in close combat. So a bunch of 3 damaged Thunderhammers are gonna just knock the crap out of people. Yeah. You have a Corvus Black Star. Wonder if that's any good. I mean, people say it's not. Flyers generally aren't. They're too expensive for what they do. And that's a cool model, I think. I think it looks really good. Or it doesn't look bad, at least. There's some flyers that are like, what? Storm Raven. Yeah, they're terrible. Terrible, terrible. They're too expensive. I miss running a Helldrake. I ran a Helldrake all the time back in 8th edition. It was super fun. I also saw people break flyers. Heck, I did it too, running 3 of the, what are those guys called? It was the gunships that had las cannons from an Imperial Guard. They were really fun to run. Another downside is for the Death Watches, they're going to have too few units. Like, they have to really, like, each unit needs to kill 2 units. You gotta have a go turn with that double oath that just wipes something out. No, Valkyries is what it was. Marauders. Marauder bombers. I've never seen anybody run a Marauder bomber. I've seen online games where somebody has ran, you know, like watching a stream. But I've never seen person Marauder bomber. I read something when the edition came out that those things, how they work, make the rules make it playable. They look cool though. I kind of wish I had a bunch of them. Back in Apocalypse days, their rules looked really good because the bombs on them just did massive. Again, nobody had those. Vendetta. That's exactly right. Got 6 of those things. I had 3 of my own, and then I bought Tempestus Scion. Had 3 also. Maybe he had 4. I don't know. Tempestus. Going over so I can get all these guys painted. This is the last regular guy. Got a Space Marine captain. This Blood Angels list, they have the Blood Angels captain can take an enhancement that gives him a reactive move. I'm going to make it anyway because I can make it so easy, but I think I'm going to put him with 10 Vanguard vets. That with hand flamers. I like the smarter thing to do is with storm shields, give them all a 4-up invul save. But I can't find that small bit like the Terminator by itself, so I can throw. I've got the big shields. In which I got a bunch of power fists. I have a mega heresy. Run different. I might have a light and the camera having a light on it. My Blood Angels list, I've got 2 different lists. Them. I like the Angelus list with their free uppy downing. I think it's Pistol. I don't have to buy any characters. I have an old Lamarties. Painted this guy 12 years ago. How dusty he is. I don't know if Mephiston's any good. I kind of feel like he's not. But like Astorath and Lamarties with two big Death Company squads, 2 individual Sanguinary Guard, an assault intercept. No, that's another list I want to run. Another one for sure. I remember running him back in the day. I think he's just going to be annoying to any touches. I've had people run the Sanguinor. He's cool and all, but he's just like a one and done guy. His rules are really cool on paper. What else is it? I think maybe 2 tin pan. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to be all grimy. Yeah. I'll show you the sanguinary guard I got. Jellicoe. Astorath Captain, Librarian. Oh, Astorath Captain. Fiston, Lamartes. Death Company, 2 Lancers, 2 Inceptor squads, Sanguinary Guard, Squad, Guard, Vanguard Vet. And the guy I was running with, but he had a regular detachment, the Liberation Force or whatever it's called. He had just regular jump pack intercessors. And so they got the Hammer of Wrath stuff, and that messed up my Custodes bad. Because on a lucky roll, and see, I went Shield Host, so I could have prevented it with Shield Host. Because that Hammer of Wrath goes off in the charge phase, and you know, stuff like what is that? Tank shot goes off in the charge phase. When the Shield Host, when that goes off, it's when a mortal wound is allocated. In Talons, you don't have a sister squad around. You can do a 4+ Feel Pain against that stuff. But it's only in the shooting or fight, your opponent's shooting or fight phase. Yeah, these are going to be grimy as hell. Buddy and bloody and barely survived, yep. I agree. I don't have a yellow army. I mean, Cody's old as you. Personally, they're not this bright. Even the way I'm going to do these all grimy. Trying to do some silly gold thing. Sanguinary guard. Burn out and ended it. Okay, I'll just do the whole army this way. I'm not going to put fancy shoulder pads or hearts on. Manners wasn't it. Like the Death Company, I'm not even going to paint them black. Black turn. Got tons. Even when I do my Death Watch, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint them as Iron Warriors. I don't think I'm going to find shoulder pads. Texting me about the cow, so not screaming your jeans over that. I'm like, oh, it's stupid. It's not going to do anything. Guys will die instantly, and then your whole army's depowered. The enemy will know that. A bunch of big knots that do anything. For what? I'm going to shoot my double panel cannon and get 2 extra hits out of it? 3 maybe? Okay. AP1, I'm not doing anything. Shoot my melted cannon and get 1 extra shot out of it? Okay. Kill 3 models. 2. Yeah, I need to find an STL for that, for just for that stuff. For the pauldrons. I might do it. I don't know. It's 50 models. The whole list. Not the list I put together. I think I'm going to come up with a different list or retool it. Not exactly sure. Because one thing Death Watch lack is durability. You got the Terminators, and they're going to do well. There are a lot of points, especially with a character in there. CP combined with CP hunger. 5 times. 4 times. And that's cool about 3D printing these guys. Got this shield from a Blade Guard veteran squad. Usually they're all right-handed for the shield, or left-handed for the shields. That didn't look good on this jump pack intercessor captain. So in the 3D print software, I mirrored it and mirrored the little hand bit, you know, because the shield's not right or left hand. The little bit that holds the hand on it. Now I was able to find a Thunderhammer bit. I don't like that Thunderhammer bit for a captain model, but it's the only one I could find. I could make that right or left. So I'm on the hunt for a better Thunderhammer bit. Swapping an arm out. What color should his cape be on? Red? Black. And I still want to play Custodes too. I'm not going to play with that new detachment. Get better. Could play with the World Leaders though. Getting better because I have more fun with it. It just dies so easy. One of my main opponents is Gene Stealer Colts. So yeah, I mean, Death Watch players are one of the people who've had it the worst so far. I've played Chaos. I've got an insane amount of Blood Crushers. Tougher than years ago. They're better now, but it's like, have a 3-up armor save. 3-up armor save doesn't mean cover, but even then. You're mounted, so you don't want to be in cover. Guys gonna look good with all bombs on. 20 minutes over and get any questions else to talk about before I step away. A bunch of orders this week on my web store. So. Get all that stuff sorted. Trying to get to a place where I can employ somebody. Harder than you think. Start a business. Get there though. Let's see. I got the Custodes detachment. I don't have enough dreadnoughts. I've got a few of them. I got one of each of the Forge World. Yep. I have some friends who are going to get back in the game when Eldar comes. I need to figure out this YouTube delay. I lean too far back. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, Eldar is going to be a good deal. What else? Go move out of my house and sell some stuff so I can get GW merch. All right. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. Good day. Or I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'll be here all week. Forward to getting these Blood Angels. This is a whole Death Company squad and 5 Vanguard vets. Need a strip. Or I might just print more. All right. Y'all have a good day. Figure out why this YouTube. Have real conversations with. Not wait 10, 30 seconds in it or something. All right. Thank y'all.